Yeah. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Here we have another crazy story, another crazy story. His name is Flipper. Flipper Mafia, notorious drug lord. Imagine being a notorious drug lord. I'm gonna tell you what I think in a second, but don't forget, not a notorious drug lord. Imagine that. I mean a middle level one. Let's get back to it. Imagine being a mid-level drug dealer. I'm just talking. That's it. Entertainment purposes. Let's get back to it though.
With the whole indictment because them call the case I think what next day here.
Next day here.
Yeah. So how you get into that lifestyle if you want to talk about it?
But listen what I'm saying. If you check, Flipper was in Jamaica from December 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Everything with them state in a
Okay.
whatever them have was from what?
Okay.
January to March. So all Flipper involved.
So is it involved in terms of
Like, oh yeah, you understand me? Whatever I used to do before I leave and go.
So that's what's going on, Flipper right there. He was caught up before. He was caught breaking the law, doing things he wasn't supposed to do. And he went to jail for about, I believe he only did about 9 years, but he was sentenced to about 25 years. But this is how I knew Flipper was gonna go back to jail. This is how I knew. When he was doing this interview right here, he had a bag, seemed like a Gucci bag on him. I said to myself, you know what? Flipper didn't learn anything while he was locked up. He still want to live that life right there. Imagine that. Don't forget, Flip, he's almost 50 years old, almost a 50-year-old man. Still want to walk around with bags, pocketbooks in a sense, not really pocketbooks, you know what I mean. He still want to live like young guys. So that's when I knew Flipper, he's gonna get back into the life. Don't forget that bag probably gonna cost him over $1,000. Then he got his fancy shades on. Don't forget, I saw Flipper. He said he has to work a job right now, and he's only getting paid $14, I think 35 cents an hour. He said he's required by, the terms of his parole to keep a job, a regular job besides his DJing and whatever else he's doing. So I said to myself, Flipper can't afford unless it's a fake one. Imagine that. I never thought about that, but I'm assuming somebody like Flipper's not going with something fake. So I said to myself, you know what? Flipper, he messed around, got back into that life. Imagine that. Don't forget, believe it or not, they said it's hard to stop making fast money once you get into it. Especially Flipper, he's from Jamaica. And being from Jamaica, if you're not making money, you can't be respected. Nobody will pay any attention to you. They say, who's that man right there? Imagine that. They probably mess around, talk bad about you. And since Flipper know that, he knew he had to keep on making money. Even though he did his time behind the bars, he never learned anything at all. Don't forget, I told you I knew he got back into that life when I saw, okay, let's get back to it though. I'll let you know what I think.
Jamaica, if they did want lock up Flipper, they don't lock up Flipper. You understand me?
Mhm.
But it's just that it's a lot of things,
So
and
are,
I
so are
never
you
want.
saying so are you saying you were not involved in this particular case?
Listen, as me say, me never too want go cause right now me still up on parole. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to say anything that they can find or use to say yo
Or
whatever,
twists
whatever,
and
and
yeah.
twist and turn and so as me
Either way, Flip was still on parole. Either way, they got him right now. They got him. They said he's been rearrested. They said he's been accused of selling three different illegal substances. The first one was where he got caught up with the first time, and the second two is more stronger stuff. Imagine that. So it's fair to say Flipper this time around he has a real problem on his hands. Don't forget he got caught up with three different illegal substances. The first one was that coke, and the second one was whatever it starts with that M, that meth, and that third one is that big F. Once you get caught up with that big F, it's fair to say that's it for you. So it's fair to say Flipper Mafia might never get out again. He probably get out in 35 years. Imagine that. Imagine getting out when you're an old man. But that's what comes along with it. Don't forget, Flipper in his mind, I mean, in his, I mean, The life he was living, you need to have money all the time. Flipper used to take champagne and pour it on his face. Imagine going to the club and you pour champagne on your face, you mess up your whole outfit. Imagine that. I guess Flipper used to probably wear two different. Imagine bringing three different outfits to the club, but either way, Flipper wasn't able to live that type of lifestyle, making $14.35 an hour. So he had to double and dabble back into what he knew. Only thing he knew. It's hard to change what you know. Imagine that. Imagine being a mechanic and you know how to fix cars, but instead, you know, you're here teaching somebody how to swim. You don't know how to swim. So that's what happened with Flipper. He don't know about that lifestyle, that fast money, you know. So he decided to get back into that life and got caught up. They said the feds tapped Flipper's phone. They said Flipper was talking about illegal activities on his phone. I wonder why he was doing that. Fair to say he never learned anything. Well, maybe he did. You know what it is? Convenience. These criminals want to be lazy criminals. Imagine that. They don't want to write letters. They say, you know what? If I write a letter, it might take too long to reach that person. Imagine that. So they mess around to get on the phone and they talk about the crimes they want to indulge in. And they said the feds had Flipper's phone tapped. Imagine that for almost 8 months. So Flipper was saying, you know what? He wasn't just dibbling and dabbling in and out real quick. He basically was getting back into that like full-time career. Don't forget he needed that money. He needed to go to the club and throw champagne on his face, so he couldn't stop making that money illegally. And that $14.35 an hour, it wasn't enough. Don't forget, Flipper had bills to pay. It was easy for the feds to call on catch Flipper, know he was back to his old activities. Because if he's only getting $14.35 an hour, I don't know how much that is. You work 40-hour shift. I don't want to do the math. How much is that? Let's do the math. Should I do the math? $10 would be $400 extra, extra $5. Man, my math is so bad. Say he's bringing home $700 a week. I mean, imagine that would it be $700 per week? I don't think it'd be that much. I don't know. He's bringing home 650 every week. He's paying his Flipper said. I mean, he got all these bills to pay. The point I'm trying to make, what Flipper's probably bringing home every week, he's probably paying that for the champagne bottle to throw on his face. So it was that easy for the Fed to say, you know what, Flipper, he's back at it. He's back to his old ways. Okay.
Me I work on my documentary, but as I said though, bottom line, I watch the bottom line thing. You understand me? I say,
Mm.
but what me I say? Flipper, they are Jamaica from December 12, 2012. Or I must say December 13, I think, one out of the two. You understand me? So
Okay.
when them get locked up or when whatever, I'm never there at Jamaica. You get me I come from, but them I'm a family member and stuff like that and pure things and whatever happen.
You
But
say
listen,
your brother is
but
involved,
listen,
right?
as what everybody say, like what them say, I Flipper the man, Flipper the boss. Tell me
Criminals.
which big or which real captain ever make the ship sink without him. You understand me? That mean
Okay.
I'm be a coward. So I went back, tried to help my family, and what happened? I'm gonna regret it because guess what? It could have been worse. You know how much people dead since me get locked up? You know how much top man? Many have not call them name. Only do the research on it. Prison saved me. I mean, a change, man. I'm wiser than how me used to be before. I'm a proud of myself. I'm a proud of my kids, them.
Flipper said he was wiser than ever before. I wonder why he was using that cell phone. I mean, you know what? You know what it is? Um, maybe he didn't have any I mean, maybe he have a pen or a pencil. Imagine writing on that. But either way, they got Flipper right now. Flipper saying I should have wrote a letter. Why did I get on that cell phone? They said the feds had his phone tapped for 8 months, hearing all the criminal activities he was talking about, everything he was indulging in. Imagine that. So either way, Flipper he didn't change at all. He didn't get any smarter. He probably messed around and got a little less. Imagine getting less smarter than you were before. Is that what happened? I don't know. I mean, was I mean, did Flipper stop become? I mean, he's getting a little older. You know, I'm not gonna say that. Let's get back to it though. But either way, In that community, that Jamaican community, that party lifestyle community, you need to have money. So these individuals, they go out of their way to do, they do scams, they do criminal activities, and they participate in drug dealings to make that money. Just to go throw it away in the club. Imagine that. Imagine putting your life on the line just to make money. Just to go throw it away in the club. What a life to live. I have to admit these individuals. They're interesting people. So Flipper's gonna put his life on the line to make money just to go buy fancy suits, fancy champagne, just to throw it away on the ground. I mean, did Flipper want to go back to jail? Imagine that. Maybe he did. I never thought about it until right now. Because let me get this right. I'm going to go out of my way to make the money just to go throw the money away. Okay.
I'm a proud of the direction. I'm not gonna make nobody draw me out. Straight up. I'm not have to prove nothing. I do it already. I'm not have to do it again. I just live my life, enjoy myself, make the young youth them get to know who me is, teach them what me know. I'm
Mistakes. But here's the thing right here. Make it fast money. Like I said, it's hard to start making fast money. Imagine that. It's kind of like going from driving a car to start walking again. You don't want to do that. So Flipper, all he knew was one thing, make that fast money. Not realizing that, you know what, things is different from how it was back in the days. I mean, I don't know. But here's the thing right here, what I can't figure out. How's Flipper gonna put his life on the line to make the money just to go buy a bottle of champagne just to wash his face off? Anybody would say, you know what? He's not working hard for that money right there. Where's that money come from? So it's that simple for Flipper to get picked back up. Okay.
mimic. But my love life. I mean, never stop floss. Me never stop have fun. But it's just a totally different thing because me have one life. You know what saved me in a prison? Memories.
Okay.
The fun when we used to have. You understand me? And the good thing about it, guess what? Me not collect some rent, so me never have to call nobody and beg nobody nothing. Yeah,
So
man,
you
real
have some
talk.
investment,
Yeah,
some
I'm if
passive
you tell him, man.
income.
I'm if you tell him, man. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Never have to call a guy. You never hear a Flipper in a child support and him something because even though me they are prison for so long,
Still
me
I
still
maintain
try
the kids them.
and still try to do the best. I'm a proud of them mother too. All of my 7 baby mother, me have 9 kids. I'm proud of them because of the wallet. You understand me?
So Flipper said he got 9 kids. I mean, how much is that? I mean, if you got 9 kids, let me let's break it down. I mean, what type of person are you? How much are you giving each child? I don't know. I mean, are they getting $1,000 a month, $1,000 a week? I don't know. Say they get $1,000 a week. A month. That's $9,000. I mean, is Flipper taking care of his kids? I don't know. He said he is. But either way, Flipper said he was making money. Flipper said he owned properties and all that. So I wonder why he had to get back into that life. Was that property money not fast enough? Imagine that. Imagine have slow return on your investment money. Flipper said he probably wanted that fast return. If Flipper wanted that fast return, I don't know. Let's get back to it though.
Real talk.
Mm-hmm. So you like going to trial. Did you think it out get a guilty verdict?
Well, listen, as I say, I was not there. You understand me? Whatever them they have before judge throat and stuff like that. But you don't know how the system still. When the system wants you, no matter how much money you spend. If money could not save me, would there jail?
Okay.
I don't know money. But I just all the system stay and I just say it go, I'm accept whatever happen. I'm just have to change and move forward. It couldn't be worse. They try to give me life. Even though, listen, let me tell you this. I lose trial. I may get less than what them that offer me. So it work out in my favor. Cause
Oh,
them
for
offer,
the plea deal.
yeah. Them
Okay.
offer me 27 with 17. Them time they me at 35. Me not even know say I couldn't live for so long. Like that a whole heap of years that for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Me never did understand and know how certain things serious. So when me get locked up, me start hear about football number. Me never know what football number mean. And stuff like that. Take it to me I come from real talk. I remember we are Jamaica. When you see nobody getting 45 year and a 50 year in Jamaica. I must long after.
Either way, that might be what's going on Flipper right now. You're gonna have to see what football numbers is really about. How that feels like. Imagine that. I'll never forget when I heard that word football numbers. I said, "What's that? What's that?" And they say, "You know what? It's going to jail for such a long time." I said, "What?" I said, "What? Football numbers 34, 44, 88, 99. Imagine 99." So that's what's going on with Flipper. Even though he knew that he was risking football numbers. Don't forget they say he was still on parole. He's so disrespectful. Imagine being on parole and still decide to participate in crimes. Have to admit, that's so disrespectful. You definitely probably deserve football numbers to be so disrespectful. I'm just stopping that shit. Flipper said he didn't want to live like a poor man. Imagine that. Flipper said, "You know what? Living like a poor man is a crime. I don't want to commit any crimes. I don't want to commit any crimes."
The most me know about, you understand me? And with my case, with normal people get same charge with me. Like now for be so big, but them get flat number because it's not a violent crime. Or them offer, but because of who me is, them just blow it out of proportion and make it bigger than what it is not.
And probably because you them have you as a ringleader.
Exactly. Listen, that is the next thing too. My sorry, me never walk with the paper because paperwork for show you the paper say the leader charge was dismissed. Me never get convicted a leader. If me get convicted a leader, me don't face life imprisonment. Me get
Okay.
25 with a 12. But everybody talk about the 25 year. Them don't tell us I'm eligible for parole after 12 years. But in the United States of America, every state have them own law. But some state adapt some other state law. But
Okay.
every year, the state legislation change law.
So this is a state case, not feds.
It's a state case, not feds case.
Mhm.
If a feds case, I have this, I'm a first conviction, first everything, me not come out long time. You understand me? But guess what, me know? The feds governed by a certain principle. The thing where the states can get away, federal judge no want hear about no hearsay and no bull crap. You understand where I come from? So it's a state case me have. You get where I come from? But New Jersey changed the law for non-violent crime and drop it from step number. Step number meaning you have a high number and a different number where you have to do certain period of time. You understand me? To flat number. So my flat number no.
Either way, that's what's going on with um Flipper right now. We don't know what his future holds for him. The only thing we don't know for certain, there's a good chance he might mess around and get that those football numbers. Imagine that. I'm still trying to figure out why the Flipper want to make all that money just to throw it away. Floss